What's up, you guys? Stockton here from bestanalyticstool.com, and in video 4 right now of our 4-part mini series, I'm going to show you how to properly set up your traffic icons. So we have our Facebook, YouTube, and thank you email icons here on this canvas in this scenario. But just as a quick recap, what we've done so far in video 2 is we made sure that the script was installed on all of these pages. In video 3, we set up the complete form action, and now we're going to set up our traffic icons properly. Okay, so to do that, I first need to explain UTM parameters, okay? So you can't just place an icon on the canvas like a Facebook icon and say, okay, magically tell me everything about my traffic coming from Facebook. The way that tracking scripts work, even Google Analytics, is when someone lands on your page, it'll know the referring source. It'll know that the traffic came from Facebook, but that's all it will know. So what we want to do is tell our tracking scripts, so in this case Funnelytics, tell Funnelytics more about that person. Did they come from a certain Facebook campaign? Did they come from a certain post? Which ad did they come from? And we can do all of that and tell Funnelytics all of that information by using UTM parameters. So if we open the icon settings for this, we can see there's various fields here. UTM source, UTM medium, UTM campaign, content and term, and these are all parameters. So UTM source, in this case, we might say this is from Facebook. The medium, how did that person come to our page, right? We're telling Funnelytics more information, was through an advertisement. So this might be cost per click, is really common. I like to sometimes just say paid, but in this case, we'll say the way people came to our site was through cost per click or paid advertising. What was the campaign that brought people to the site? Well, this would be the same as our campaign name in Facebook, right? So when you're setting up Facebook ads, you have your campaign name, your ad set name, and your ad name. So for content, we could do the ad set name. And for the UTM term, we could say the ad name. Now this tells us a ton more information than just knowing that our traffic came from Facebook. Now we know that it came from paid advertising. We know the campaign it came from. We know the ad set it came from, and we know the ad specifically that it came from, right? Now let's say we're running 100 Facebook ads. These top 3 are going to be the same, right? If all of our ads are under the same campaign, let's say we have 25 ad sets, and under each ad set there's 4 ads, that's 100 ads, right? So now of the 100 ads, each one's going to have UTM source Facebook, each one's going to have UTM medium cost per click, and each one's going to have UTM campaign as the campaign name. Where it's going to change is at the ad set and the ad level based on targeting and the creative content, right? What we could do in Funnelytics to still track all of those ads but not have 100 icons on the canvas is simply remove the term and content UTM parameters from this icon. Now what we've told Funnelytics is look at all of the traffic that's coming from Facebook, cost per click, and has this campaign, and tell us all of those people. So even though they have content and term associated with them, we're sort of aggregating all of those people up into this one. Let's keep this here for now, just for demonstrations purposes. Okay. And now if I click off and come back on, I can see that it now has this really funky looking URL. So we have the base URL, which is pulled from this page, right? Our opt-in page, filmmakerfieldbook.com. But then you have a question mark, which means start parameters, And then UTM underscore source equals Facebook, which corresponds right up here. And then and separates parameters. So we have source, Facebook, UTM medium corresponds with our cost per click, just like this. Campaign, content, and term to match our values in those parameter fields. So now if we copy this link, it's our full length, and we open in incognito, paste it in. We can see that as all of those parameters are present in the URL bar. So now when this page loads, Funnelytics is going to say, okay, here's this person. Let me look in the URL bar and see if there's any more information associated with this link. Where did they come from? Facebook. What was the way they got here? Cost per click, paid ads. What was the campaign? What was the content? What was the term? So now if we go back and we hit analyze, on our site. Now we're going to see this traffic being attributed from this Facebook ad to our opt-in page. Now, if this person was to go to the opt-in page, they completed the form and they went to the thank you page, we can focus in on this step by clicking on it and selecting this icon right here. It's going to calculate, but then it's going to tell us the user. It's going to say user 8343C912 because we haven't associated a name with it, right? We haven't passed that, and we can talk about that in a later video using this, but it's going to tell us exactly what did this user do. So we can see it's calculating real quick, and then it's going to highlight their path and say, okay, they came from Facebook and they landed on the opt-in page. Now I closed it right after and didn't move on, but otherwise you'd be able to see they went to the opt-in page, they went to the complete form action and the thank you page, and show this whole path, which is really, really cool. Now we can clear this filter to just come back to this analyze mode, and it's going to be the same process for each of our traffic icons. So YouTube, the source would be YouTube. The medium might be, it could be an ad, so it could be cost per click again. And of course you have your campaign, you might have your targeting, and your term. These are really up to you to decide what kind of structure you want for your UTM parameters. So now if I was to visit this link with all of these parameters, Funnelytics would know and trace it back directly to this icon. So same with an email. An email is a traffic source. Could be active campaign, could be email is how they got there and what was the name of the email. Or you could even say what is the specific link in that email if there's multiple links. So you can get really, really granular. But this is how you would set up the traffic tracking to your pages. Now, you need to make sure, like if you're running a Facebook ad, that this is the exact URL you use in the ad, right? So you have destination URL. This is the URL you would use. If you're using a link shortener, you need to make sure you shorten all of it. All of the parameters need to be shortened in that. So when you click on it, it goes to the page and loads. All of these parameters load in order to track properly. All right, you guys, that's it for this quick start guide. We set up our pages, we set up the actions, we set up the traffic. Now you can go gather data, analyze it, focus in, really see how your users are behaving on your site and use that to optimize. If you haven't got started yet, go to bestanalyticstool.com. We have bonuses over there. Just for getting the free mapping tool, we have bonuses if you upgrade to Funnelytics Pro, and we have additional training to help you get started. Okay, guys, if you have any questions, let me know.